stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, drippin' heat. Tigers strike the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fit it. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle drippin'. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feastin' now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move crossing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Bingo bought 'em, never stop it till the beast on feast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move on? Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of Gift Vader and Blacklight Productions. And if you guys have not went to the YouTube channel, Blacklight Productions Cincinnati, go there, check out the video, download it, get them as many views as we can. We're trying to get this out there, get it played at the stadium, get it on Spotify, all that stuff. Sorry, I'm coming to you from this camera, but that one decided not to work today. So you guys get me up close and personal. Now, do me a favor, if you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. Another big day yesterday. I'm up to 1,330 subscribers. That is awesome. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, if you're watching it on Facebook or Twitter, do me a favor. Go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for the notification. So every time I go live, you'll be notified. And also exclusively in the YouTube channel, we're doing super chats. So please, if you want to support what I'm doing, give me a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. Now I'm coming to you live from the Ice Bar, and the Ice Bar is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right, guys. Just like yesterday, I had a whole bunch of stuff for the Reds, which I do. You know, I got stuff for the Reds. We can talk about that. But it's brought to my attention yesterday about Mike Florio and Chirs Simms. And I didn't watch it yesterday. I don't watch them. I mean, I really don't. But I did go back and watch this segment. I made it through about a minute of it, and I had to turn it off before I started getting sick. The narrative, again, for the national media is ridiculous. Yes, Alex, they should be fired. Yeah, Simms is a fool. I agree with you. They literally said that Joe Burrow is being forced to play. Seriously? Had they paid attention to anything Joe Burrow has said or done since he's been in Cincinnati. The man wanted to get hit in preseason last year. He probably was ready to play the very first preseason game. They said, oh, he should have been put on the PUP list, because that's a major knee injury. But nope, they didn't do that. I'm like, well, if you went to mini camps and you went to training camp like I have about 30 freaking times, the only way you would know Joe Burrow has a knee injury is because of that big-ass knee brace on him. Other than that, he's been running around perfectly fine. And again, they're saying Joe Burrow doesn't want to be in Cincinnati. Why? Please don't go watch them. Don't go give them the views. I already told you what they said. Don't give them views. I think they should be fired, kicked off. It's just like Ocho or Acho, whatever the hell his name is. I was on ESPN the other day saying the same stupid narrative. Do your homework. You're on a national broadcast. Yes, there's a lot of teams, but you know what? You're paid a lot of money to know exactly what's going on with those teams, not to make stuff up. And that's exactly what Florio and Simms did. Made it up. Completely, randomly, totally made it up based on absolutely nothing. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, why would anybody watch those guys? Natty, what's up? The national media wants any good players to go to the big market teams. Okay. I agree with you to a certain extent. What about the Squealers? That's not a big market. If he was in Pittsburgh, if Joe Burrow was in Pittsburgh, oh my goodness. He's going to be the greatest quarterback ever. They're saying that Big Ben found the fountain of youth, and that he made one pump fake, and it looked like the old Ben Roethlisberger of old. It's the same dumb crap. That's based on nothing. Oh, my God. Blackthorn, what's up? Simms is a huge Bengal hater. I would love to know why they don't like the Bengals. I really would. I have no idea. It's just, what did the Bengals do to and one thing I think, it's an easy pick. It's an easy thing to say. It's easy to just trash the Bengals. It's easy to say they don't know what they're doing. It's easy. It's a lazy way to get out of your job. It's an absolute lazy way to get out of your job. To just go, I'm tired today, man. It's really hard writing down all this stuff and paying attention to all these football teams. You know what? We're going to talk about the Bengals. That's easy. The Bengals stink. They're a terrible organization. Joe Burrow doesn't want to be there. I mean, come on. It's the safe stuff. We already know. We don't actually have to go and do our job and go find out exactly what's going on in Cincinnati. If Mike Florio, Chris Simms, if you ever want to find out what's going on with the Bengals, check out Locked On Bengals. Check out the Orange and Black Insider podcast. Check out Orange is the New Black podcast. They know way more than you do. It's not even close. And I'm not trying to call anybody names, but that is ignorance. And ignorance is a lack of information. You are uninformed. You do not know what you are talking about. That's what ignorant is. Chris Simms, Mike Florio are ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no clue. And they're on NBC. Why do you have those guys on there? Why? ESPN, why do you pay these guys? And I know they get paid a lot of money to do the same stuff over and over and over again. Why does anybody watch them? I don't. I mean, if I want to know about what's going on with the Bengals, I'm checking out Locked On Bengals. I'm checking out Cincy Jungle. I'm checking out James Rapine. These are the guys I'm checking out. I'm not paying 1 second attention to what these guys in the national media are saying unless somebody brings it up to me. Blackthorn, what's up? Question for you. Does the national media hate us? Does the national media hate for us make you angry? Yes. Well, it's not even hate. It's ignorance. Look, I don't get paid for this except for whatever I make on the YouTube channel. I work really hard at trying to be informed about what I'm talking about my team. And if people ask me about stuff, sometimes I might be like, I don't know. Like somebody asked me the other day about a defensive end for the Bengals, and I didn't know I didn't have any info on him. And I'll admit I don't know. These guys think they should know everything, which they should know everything. And so it's not the hate, it's the ignorance. It's the lack of preparedness, preparation. I went to radio school, 20-something years ago. You should take at least an hour or more to prepare for a show so you have all your information so you know what you're talking about. And these guys don't do it. Chris Simms is credible. I don't know if he's credible or not, unless I've read that word wrong. Natty. I'm indifferent because I expect them to hate on the Bengals. Samuel, did you get your Bengals face mask? I have not checked my mail. I've been busy, so I don't know. I'll let you know when I get it. But right now, it might be in the mailbox. I don't know. I've been busy trying to get stuff written down and figure out what I'm going to talk about with the Bengals today. Good Bengals headlines don't sell. Well, if they start winning, they're going to sell. Because, look, everybody keeps saying that. But if you guys remember, when we went to the playoffs for 5 straight years, we were one of the upper-level teams, even though we didn't win a play. If you remember what ESPN were saying, they even said we were one of the model organizations back then. We drafted well. We kept our players. We did yada, yada, yada. This wasn't that long ago. So it's a tired narrative that's happened the last couple of years since the Bengals have not been very good. So, you guys blown up a little bit. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Natty, you're next. Over the last few years, there are more Bengals fans on YouTube, so I mostly follow them. Yeah, because we're tired of what they're saying. You hit the nail on the head right there, Natty. That's why we're all jumping on Twitter. We're jumping on YouTube and all that stuff and doing these shows about our team, especially the Bengals, because what the national narrative is saying is wrong, flat wrong. And dude, I hope Flores and Simms say something to me because they're wrong. Anyway. Fire to fuel, get them, Burrow. And that's a great point, Chris. And that's what I'm saying. Let's see. My chip on my shoulder is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I hope Joe Burrow's and the Bengals chip on their shoulder is getting bigger. Go prove everybody freaking wrong. They're wrong about our organization. They're wrong about the Bengals. They're just flat wrong. And honestly, I would crack up laughing if those guys had a rebuttal. Well, all this stuff I said about the Bengals, I was wrong. Which, the dumb thing is Florio won't do that. Because he flat said last year Joe Burrow did not want to come to Cincinnati, which was a lie, which was not right. Never recanted it. Never said anything about it. Then he tries to bring it back up again yesterday. Again, it's wrong. It's a flat lie. The man is lying. Joe Burrow has never said he doesn't want to play for the Bengals. He wants to play for the Bengals. He wants to change the organization. Those are Joe Burrow's words. Blackthorn, most of the time I just get used to the anti-Bengals stuff, but sometimes I don't get it and get mad. Gets old sometimes. Dude, like I said, I get mad about it. That's why I come on here and I tweet about it and everything because somebody's got to fight back. Look, I'm a fighter. not a physical. I don't fight, but physical fight. But I'll fight you back. If what you're saying is wrong about my teams or whatever, no, I'm going to call you out. It's you, especially if you're getting paid for it. That's what drives me nuts. And they get paid a lot, and they have a huge platform on NBC, SN, and ESPN and all that. Samuel, Chris Simms is legit. I said Burrow should come out week 4 too. Bengals fans got pissed and called me a Steelers fan. Okay, well, Samuel, I disagree with you. There's no reason for Joe Burrow to wait till week 4. You were on the bridge the other day watching him. He's fine. He's not scared. Joe Burrow's not scared. I'm not scared. Play the man. What are you waiting? Carson Palmer got injured, and I said this before, in January. He played in the preseason the next year, and he played all the games, and he never had another knee injury until he went to Arizona. So, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm tired. I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired. I'm not. Well, I've never been scared, but I ain't scared. You know, they want to say what they want to say. That's fine. I'm going to call them out on it. Well, let's get to practice today, which I didn't get up on the bridge because it was in the morning, and Joe Burrow didn't play. Just made his day getting ready for Sunday. Cam Sample was back out there. Trey Waynes did not play, which Trey Waynes isn't going to start. He's not going to play. I mean, he's going to start, but he's not going to play this Sunday anyway. All the defensive players are out. So resting him, hopefully he gets better. Kind of a light day at practice today. You know, they're going through the run-throughs, getting ready for Sunday. Sunday is going to be a lot of fun. They got a lot of cool stuff that they've put in the jungle. I tweeted some pictures out today when I was down there. Hope you guys go to the Twitter and check them out. All right, Sammy, what's up? Carson Palmer and Joe Burrow have different types of playing styles. No, that's okay. Burrow, okay. You're saying Burrow scrambles around? That's okay. Yes, Burrow scrambles more than Carson Palmer does, but that he's still a drop back quarterback. They're not. Yeah, it's a little different, but that has nothing to do with it. I mean, and again, Samuel, you're up on the bridge. You saw him running around. Did you see him limping? Did you see anything wrong with him? He's looked like that since May, since June, probably whatever mini camps started. That's the way he's looked. No limp, no nothing. He's throwing the ball great. There's absolutely no reason to wait till week 4 to start Joe Burrow. None whatsoever. What else you got? Carson Palmer was a gunslinger pocket passer. So is Burrow. I mean, Burrow's not RG3. That's what you're making it sound like. That's not him. Yes, he can move more than Carson, but that's not. He's a mobile quarterback. He's not a scrambling quarterback. Let's see here. Natty. Can't wait for the season to start already. Me too, brother. I am so excited. I can't wait to get in there and cheer on Joe Burrow on Sunday. That's why I want everybody to get in there early. We need to sell this thing out, sell out the season. Cool the Great. I read comments saying that the Bengals have no weapons and is the historically worst organization and needs to be disbanded. Mike Brown needs to be kicked absolutely insane. Okay, again, you're right. They have no idea what they're talking about. We have weapons. We are not an historically worst franchise. We have went to 2 Super Bowls. I can name Jacksonville hasn't gone. The Detroit Lions have not gone ever to a Super Bowl. So I'm not saying any team is a worst organization and no team needs to be disbanded. But the narrative that we have no weapons, which they're saying that on this team right now, then they absolutely have no idea what they're talking about. Chris, Burrow is elite at extending plays. Yes, but that doesn't make him a scrambling quarterback. I mean, I agree that he is that. And like I said, I've seen him run around and scramble and do the stuff he's always done. He looks exactly the same as he did last year. So that's where when Samuel's saying he should wait till week 4, that's insane. I'm sorry, Samuel, but that's insane, dude. There isn't any reason he should wait till week 4. Blackthorn, hey, Ice. I saw on the news today that McPherson kicked 2 weeks ago. It still hasn't come down. Yeah, he might have. And like I said, man, I have never been more excited about a kicker in my entire life. I can't even. As many times I've been down there, I can't even remember a time where he missed a kick. Seibert has. Not many. I mean, nothing against Seibert. Seibert's actually kicked pretty well here in the preseason. Natty, what's up? The NFL is moving toward guys scrambling out of the pocket and creating plays on their own. Yep, that is true. But they're still going to be pocket. I mean, that's what they're moving. I mean, they're moving to, and I don't know if they're moving to. They've had quarterbacks who can do that. I mean, the thing is, if you have, I don't care if you're a quarterback and you can sit in the pocket and you can throw the ball to a spot before the wide receiver moves, it doesn't matter if you scramble or not. If you're that good, you're good. I saw Joe Burrow do that last year a couple times. That's what Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, that's what those guys do. And yes, he moves around. Hopefully the offensive line is better where he doesn't have to move around that much. Like I said, he's been moving fine. Samuel. I don't know. Washington football team and Dan Snyder needs to be disbanded. I don't know. I don't think any team needs to be disbanded because, everybody likes their football team. I'm not hating against any football team. When I call the Ratbirds and Browns, they're clowns, and it's all in jest fun. I want to beat them, but I don't think anybody should be disbanded. It's football, man. You can't. It's fun. Nobody needs to talk bad about anybody else's organization like that. Trust me, we've been through the doldrums, and hopefully we're going to get to the top of the mountain here soon. It's going to happen. Because look at it this way. And another example I'll say, the New England Patriots. Yes, they've won 5, 6 Super Bowls. They went to 2 before Tom Brady and Bill Belichick got there. And that was with Robert Kraft owning them. Kraft owned them when Bill Parcells was their head coach. So things can change, and they can change dramatically. If you get that quarterback and you have that coach, and I think we do, things can change a lot. And it can change because, trust me, before 2001, when the Patriots won their first Super Bowl, trust me, they were not be considered a good to great organization. They were an average, okay organization. It only takes 2 guys, quarterback, head coach. I know we got the quarterback. Think we got the head coach, but we'll see. Let's see it. Nate. It's like they only take the negative news about the Bengals and ignore any of the good news. They literally, Nate, made stuff up. That's not even news. What Florio and Simms said is made up. It's a lie. They're saying Joe Burrow doesn't want to play. They're saying the Bengals are making him play. That's a lie. It's a flat lie. So it's not even taking any negative. It's not even taking news. It's just something they're making up and saying. It's not true. Aqua the Great. Aaron Rodgers and Big Ben are elite at extending plays, and they're not scramblers. Yeah. Big Ben is definitely not a scrambler. He's just bigger than everybody else and knock you off. Aaron is a little bit more of a scrambler than Big Ben is. Preston. Yeah, I see us doing really well this year. Just have to be consistent and healthy. Yeah, and thing is, look, one more game, guys. Yes, we lost Joseph Osai most likely for the year, but that is it so far. Hopefully everybody else, they got a little nagging stuff here and there, but you're going to have that. It's football. Like Dave Lapham said, he goes, the very first day of training camp is the best you're going to feel until February as a football player. Something always hurts. So long as they can get out of the jungle without any big injuries, that's a good sign. And I know it drives us all nuts that we lost another draft pick, to injury the first year. I don't know why that keeps happening, but it does. Chris, hear about Sean Wade being traded to the Patriots. Sorry, I know it's Bengals talk, but it's our division. I honestly did not hear that. That is interesting to me. Like I said, if I haven't heard it, I'll tell you. Let's see, Preston. That's a lie. Straight up, Burrow is eager to play. Yes, I know. That is a lie. That is a flat lie where they say they're making him play. That's not true. And somebody should call him out on it. I think Joe Burrow should say, which Joe Burrow's not even paying attention to social media or any of this stuff. Or he turned, which is good because he might be under going, you guys are idiots. Blackthorn. Our biggest problem is Brown won't pay for players like JB3. That's what worries me. the most he won't pay to keep our best players. And see, that's another thing. And I said this yesterday, and I have to give credit to Anthony Cosenza. He'll pay our players. They typically, in their history, don't pay a lot for guards and safeties. I don't know why, and that's where I agree with you. They have to change that narrative and pay for safeties and guards. You got to pay to keep them. They pay, trust me, they pay quarterbacks. They pay defensive players. They pay cornerbacks. They pay, and that's another narrative where people say the Bengals don't pay. That's not true. Most of the time, they keep their own guys. Most of the time. But I do agree with you. They need to pay Jesse Bates. I mean, that if they lose him, that'll be, oh my goodness, that'll be huge. Which we're not going to lose him next year. Worst case, they can tag him. I don't want them to tag him. I just want them to sign him. So that's what I'm hoping gets announced here soon. And I said this before a couple years ago, and I can't remember which podcast it was, but they've said it a couple times that AJ Green literally got on the plane to go either to the last preseason game or the first game of the season and signed his contract extension. So there's still time for Jesse Bates. We still got 18 days until first kick. So there's still time. And next week, there's no game. There's very limited practice. They're going to have a big weekend off. Who knows? Maybe it'll get done then. I'm hoping, but that's just me hoping. I don't know. Nate. If it was up to Burrow, he would play the whole game. Simms is just a fool. Yeah, Burrow would play the whole game. And I don't want him to play the whole game. And that's where Zach's got to come in and go, hold on. Let's come back in. Let's be honest. I'll be surprised. He's going to throw the ball, but I don't think he's going to throw the ball deep. I mean, it'd be so cool if he comes in, taps his helmet, audibles or something else, and just chucks it the first play of the game. That would be cool. I don't see that happening in the preseason game. I wouldn't rule it out for the first game of the season, though, against Minnesota. That I wouldn't rule out. You never know what's going to happen there. But I think it's going to be a couple hands-offs and, screen to Chase or hit Zama out in the flat or something like that. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot. I mean, the drive. Now, one thing that's interesting, if it's like Paul Dana Jr. asked Zach on Wednesday, what if it's a 12-play, opening drive? You're going to pull him out in the middle of it, and Zach goes, everything's on the table. So Zach, and like I said, Zach has a number of snaps that he wants Joe Burrow to take, jackpot Joe Burrow to take. So, of course, he's not going to tell us. So there is a number. I mean, if it's a long drive, he could get yanked out and put Brandon Allen in. We'll see. Samuel. Joe Mixon is Joe Burrow's number one security guard. That and I think CJ Zama. I think they are definitely the two big blankets for him this year. Because if you guys remember, and I know people have talked about Uzama and all this stuff. If you remember the first two games, him and Joe had a connection. So I think I would be surprised if first couple passes are to Uzama. Everybody keeps saying it's going to be the chase. Not necessarily. We'll see. Blackthorn. Do you think since he doesn't sign JB3 and instead tags him, it'll make him want out? I don't think he'll be happy about it. But put it this way. Money talks. If they give him the money and the contract that he is happy with, he'll get over it. I mean, money, winning and money makes life a lot easier. So I don't think he'll be happy about it. I won't be happy about it. Like I said, I'm praying that they sign him before the beginning of the season. And like I said, I'll be honest, I am literally surprised that they haven't signed him, especially after they got Hubbard done. I was like, all right, cool. We got him done. Now Bates is next, which is true. I just didn't think it'd take this long. All right, Nate. We really need to extend Bates. He's elite and the defensive leader. I agree with all of that. He is elite and the defensive leader for sure. And I cannot wait until Sunday. And the cool thing is they are adding stuff to the jungle. And like I said, I tweeted out some pictures earlier on my Twitter handle. Go to Sports with Strawberry Ice Twitter handle at Jeff A. Trenopole. That they got the Rule of the Jungle stage and the chair. And from the back of it, it looks like the chair, you know, the Rule of the Jungle chair that where they had the New Stripes promo when they unveiled the new uniforms. Looks like that's the chair. I don't know what the front of it looks like. Somebody asked me, how'd you get inside? I didn't. I just zoomed in and took a picture in between the fence links, and that's or fence chain. That's what I got. So, and they got the Rule of the Jungle on the side. This is all in the South End Zone in the Tiger Den, section 158. So make sure if you guys are going in, and look, if you guys have young kids and you're worried about going to a football game with the stuff that happens at football games, you know, preseason is the time to go. It's going to be more laid back. It's not a big bash. I mean, I'm going to get there early. I'm going to get there at 12 because I got a lot of people I want to see. But this is a perfect game to go get some tickets for. You know, like I said, it's a preseason game. Joe Burrow is going to be there, and you could actually say that you were there when Joe Burrow made his first start back after his knee injury. So I think it's a pretty cool thing to go to. Also, next Saturday, I can't wait. The Bearcats are playing, baby. So we have, let's see, one more week of fake football, and then next Saturday, college football starts. And I cannot wait. And I'm trying so hard to get Chad Brundle on my show, but he's so busy. I'm trying to get a hold of Justin Williams from The Athletic. He won't answer me back. So you guys tweet at Justin Williams. Say, hey, come on Strawberry Show. Let's see here. All right. Blackthorn. Do you think Burrow's personality may be trying to take on too much too fast? I asked because that was a vibe I sensed from him. No, honestly, I don't. I think his personality and his vibe are a lot like, and I can't stand this guy, but Joe Montana, Joe Cool. Joe Montana was not cocky, just confident in what he could do. And that's where I think Joe Burrow is. I mean, Boomer Esiason was like that, you know. Ken Anderson's like that, you know. These are guys that are just confident in their abilities. And they had the ability and the fortitude to attack everything that is put in front of them, you know. That's just their mindset. It's just the way they're wired. So no, I don't think it's bothering him a bit. And I said about Evan McPherson. He's just got that confidence. And that's why he kicks the ball straight and kicks it 500 yards, you know? So we'll see. Natty. Okay. If the franchise tags Bates, they're still paying him like top 5 safeties. Yep. So they should get a long-term contract. I completely agree with you. Natty, I mean, who was on here when I said that? We're talking about that exact same thing. If you tag Bates, you're paying him top 5 money. I'll just sign him for that. You know, I completely agree. That's where I'm like, I don't know where the Bengals' head's at, because your only other option if you don't sign him is to tag him. You're going to pay him top 5 already, so you know whatever your money is, it's going to be there. He wants to go up from that, so give him a little bit more or whatever and sign him. Let's get this over with. It really, to me, it shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, I have trust that they're going to get it done. I don't think they're going to let him go because, like I said, they usually sign their own guys normally. I mean, every once in a while they'll let guys leave, like Carl Lawson, but it does happen. But most of the time they re-sign their own players. Aquila the Great. What is our biggest needs during the 2022 draft? That's a good question. It's a little early for that, but mine are guard, defense, and quarterback. I think we're going to be good on guard, to be honest. I think we got at least 3 of them, future guards. And Michael Jordan, I'm going to throw it out there. Michael Jordan, unless he takes a step backwards, he's looking pretty good. Michael Jordan, Jackson Carman, and Deontay Smith. I think all 3 of those could potentially be our future guards. And if not, Deontay Smith could kick out the tackle. For me, I kind of agree with the cornerback. It just depends. It's so early to say that right now, dude. I would say cornerback, but it depends on who they resign. on the team right now. So it's kind of like that's kind of like I didn't go all in on Team Chase till I figured out what they were going to do in free agency. If they did not sign Riley Reef, I was going to be Team Sewell. You gotta draft him. So that's where I'm kind of like, I have to wait and see what they do in free agency, which is cool as hell, because for years we never even paid attention to free agency because the Bengals didn't sign anybody. So again, national narrative, it's wrong. They're changing. Let's see here. Crip. Game day on Sunday is on local TV here. Really? In Myrtle Beach. Ric Flair. Woo! Who day, baby? That's awesome. I wonder how you guys are getting it. It's on local TV? Wow. Huh. That's cool. Hey, Ice. This is a Blackthorn. What's your most prized Bengals possession? Do you have some kind of memory or something that means the most to you? That's a good actually, yeah, I recently got it. I got I'm not going to say who gave it to me because they told me to keep it quiet, but I got a football. It's not a game used, it's a practice football from the Bengals facility. And I didn't steal it. Somebody gave it to me, but it's either that or my, look at my stuff right now, my Houday beer. And I have a 6-pack of the Houday beer. It's the original canned beer in them at all from 1981. And no, I have not drank them. And no, I don't intend on drinking it because I'm pretty sure I'd get sick if I drank it. But yeah, those are probably my two most favorite right now. Most covered. I got a lot of other stuff. There's so much stuff to pick in here. Looking around, there's a lot. Anyway, all right. Let's see here. Blackthorn just saying hi to Crep. You guys are having your own conversation. I see. That's fine. Have your own conversation. What you say? The practice ball is scarred. Yeah. Yeah, it's scarred up. But the cool thing is it's actually got Bengals on it, so it's an official football. So I like it a lot. Josh, what's up? Oh yeah, let's get to the Darius Hodge stuff here. We can talk about this, but yeah, I agree. Darius Hodge should make the team. Dude just has something about him. I think they need to keep him around. Yeah. Let's get to this. Okay, I had a very good article from Charlie Goldschmidt that I want to get you guys to go out and read about Darius Hodge. And it's worth checking out. Just talking about after basically one pass rush that the linebackers coach knew he had something with Darius Hodge. And he was a linebacker in college. He played at, this is from Charlie Goldschmidt's article, but Hodge was a 2-year starter at Marshall, earned All-Conference USA recognition during his redshirt junior season, while Hodge sporadically lined up on the line of scrimmage. He was an outside linebacker, though. His college career, in his 3 years at Marshall, he had 117 tackles and just 15.5 sacks. But some of the stuff he said that he'll play in the article, he even said that he would play left tackle for the Bengals. So, I mean, this is a good picture right here. I like this. This is from the article too, where Hodge is using leverage that the technique that he's learning from the Bengals coaching staff of how to get under the offensive lineman and get past them. Now, I'm very excited. I'm hoping we see this on Sunday, him going after the quarterback and making some plays, because since there is none of the starters are playing on defense, Darius Hodge is going to get a lot. I don't know about a lot. Depends how long the starters for Miami play, but he's going to get a lot of snaps. And this is a big game for him to really solidify him on the roster. I think it's a big game for Jackson Carman and Deontay Smith. And I'll tell you this. Somebody might have been Jake Lisco or James Rapine, I can't remember. But if Deontay Smith played last week and he played good and he didn't suffer from the dehydration like he did the week before, there's a very good chance that he could have been our starting guard. But since he didn't play, I think it's going to be Spain and Seraphilia. But if him or Jackson ball out tomorrow, things could change, but I really do think on our offensive line, it's going to be Seraphilia and Spain. But like I said, I could see later on in the year, one or both Deontay Smith and Jax Carman starting at guard. I mean, you never know. It can happen. But I'm the biggest one I want to see tomorrow night. I want to see Hodge because, like I said yesterday, I am more concerned about trying to replace what we lost in Joseph Osai. Not that Hodge can replace everything that I think Joseph Osai was bringing to the table, but if he can come close, if he can be in the rotation, which the thing is, one thing they said when Trey Henderson came here is that he cleaned up a lot of sacks. Other guys got pressure and he cleaned them up. And they're like, well, the Bengals don't have experts. We're saying the Bengals don't have that. Well, Joseph Osai and Cam Sample, or I keep saying, it's Cam Sample. Is that right? Cam Sample, we would have had that. We still could have it with Hodges and Sample and Hubbard. And hey, you got to look at DJ Reader. Him and Larry Ogunjobi have been putting a lot of pressure up the middle on quarterbacks in preseason. Again, it's preseason, so you got to take it with what it is. But my point is, if Hodge can get into the rotation and we can get the pressure that we've been getting in preseason, Trey Henderson is going to clean it up a lot. So his 15.5 sacks last year, I think he's got a shot of getting to that or exceeding that this year, to be honest, with the guys that I think are going to play like they have been. They've been playing very, very well. Again, it's preseason, but it's been against two really good offensive lines. So we'll see. Aquill the Great. My dad gave me his Bengals stuff from the 80s. Sweet. He said he's done with the team, but hopes for success. Burrow's injury broke him. I know. I won't say it broke me, but I was depressed for a while. I will definitely say that. Trust me, my Uncle Bob, who had season tickets back in '81 and went to the Freezer Bowl and actually went to the Super Bowl. He still watches. If you're watching Uncle Bob, I know you still watch the Bengals. He doesn't go down there anymore, and he doesn't support them like he used to. But Blackthorn, trust me, your dad will come back around. Everybody says they give up. Wait till they start winning. See what happens. Aquill. Sorry, did I say Blackthorn? Aquill. I think your dad will come back around. Blackthorn. I don't think Spain is going to give up his spot. He's doing well. Yeah. The only thing I'll say this: that penalty he got last week. That's the zone blocking that the Bengals and Frank Pollock are trying to do. I think Deontay Smith is more athletic and quicker and can get out there and get that block without getting caught for the hold or called for the hold. Those are the things. That's where I think the difference is between – and I love Spain. There's nothing against Spain at all. But that's where I think Deontay Smith, with his athleticism and his length, is just a difference maker at guard than Spain is. And like I said, maybe that they don't start till next year. We'll see. Like I said, what'd you say, Thorne? Yeah. I love how fast we got past the Simms thing. I'm not past it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, they're uneducated. Crown. Yes. The Reds gained a game on San Diego yesterday, Iceman. Yes, they did, which is awesome. They are taking on the Miami Marlins, which I have to make sure I say Miami Marlins because forever they were the Florida Marlins. And we got Wiley Miley on the mound tonight. And the Reds also made an acquisition today from waivers, which I don't think's bad at all. As I hope I'm saying his name right. It's Drupal Cabrera, who's an infielder. And he's not starting tonight, which I mean, I didn't expect him to start tonight. But I can see him. Oh, I get that, man. I can see Asdrubal Cabrera maybe possibly getting some playing time at third base. And if he can hit, because right now we got 2 third basemen and neither one of them are hitting very well. Asdrubal Cabrera was a big contributor to the Washington Nationals in their World Series run in 2019. So he's a legit veteran. He can play multiple positions in the infield. I don't think it's a bad move at all. Now, like I said, this is what's interesting is Max Schrock is back up, and he's playing in left field tonight against the starter instead of Aquino or Shogo, because neither one of them, unfortunately, are hitting very well. But we got India, Nyquin, Castellanos, Votto, Moustakas, Farmer, Tucker Barnhart, Schrock, and Wiley Miley. And the starters tonight, you got Miley. Let me see here. Wade Miley is 10-4 with a 2.88 ERA versus Zach Thompson, 2-5 with a 2.97 ERA. It's a 3-game series. Hopefully, we go in there and sweep them. Just sweep them, get it over with. You know. Let's see here. Oh, here. Let me get back to here. Preston. I kind of like what I've seen out of Sample if he stays healthy. Yes, I agree with it. And I'm happy to see that he was back in practice again today. So they're gonna need something out of him, which I think they're gonna get it. But I am impressed with him. I mean, I was happy with him when they traded him drafted him. And I like what I've seen from him. I really liked Osai. Osai really flashed. Samples flashed a little bit, but hopefully he'll keep stepping up and getting better. That's another one I'm going to keep an eye on Sunday, number 96. Preston. Yeah, I was bummed over Burrow's injury. I quit watching the season, Super Bowl included. Wow. I got faith in this year. That's I couldn't do that. I like football too much. I like my Bengals too much. I still watched them. I'm a glutton for punishment. See, Preston. I like Deontay Smith better than Seraphilia, but we will see how he does in the starting lineup Sunday. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it's a big if Deontay Smith or Jackson Carman flash or stand out, they could take his spot. I really don't think Spain's in trouble. I think Seraphilia might be, maybe, but we'll see. And that's what's got to happen. Or they got to make big plays. I think for them to start over Seraphilia right now. And the thing is, look, Jackson Carman has gotten better. I mean, he's slowly getting better, and sometimes that's the way it is. I know second round pick, we want him to flash and take off right now. Sometimes guys develop a little slower. Things how he's, like I said, he's learning a new position. He played tackle the whole time. Now he's playing guard. Like I've said before, it's like you're playing tackle, it's like you're playing in an open field, and then you go play guard, you're playing in a phone booth, which if you guys, young guys, don't know what a phone booth is, it used to be a thing on the street. It was a square. We had a phone in it. We'd call. We had to put quarters in it. It wasn't very big. That's what a phone booth is. Good theory. Thanks. I think you mean the one for the guards. I think that's what you're talking about, Thorne. Let's see here. Preston. He was getting in some plays in Washington game. You talk about who are you talking about? Which one? Because there's a couple of different guys that were. Let's see here. Preston, Spain, cool. He just moves slow. Yeah, that's the thing. He can't move slow. That's the thing. That's exactly my point right there. Deontay Smith moves a lot faster. And if you're doing the zone schemes, you got to get out in front of people. The zone blocking for the run game, that's a big thing for the Bengals. So that's why I would not be surprised if Deontay Smith eventually starts. And I know they want Jackson Carman to start because they drafted him. So as I said, November, October, those two might be our starting guards. You never know. We'll find out. Just a theory I have. Blackthorn, ice. Next year's NFL is allowing alternate uniforms. What do you think of the 60s era Bengals throwbacks? Oh, I like them as throwbacks. Yeah, I would like to see. Yes, I would like to see them do that with the even the old Bengal helmet. I think that would be cool. I don't want them ever to go back to that helmet all the time. I want the stripes. That's our thing, is the stripes. So I don't want them ever to do that. But for throwback, yes, the 60s, 70s era, that would be cool. The one. I mean, some people say you can do the late 80s one where they had the leaping tiger. But to me, if it's a throwback and you want it to look something a lot different than what you had now, and that's the biggest change, that we had from changing the helmet and everything. So the throwback ones, yes, I like to see those. Preston. I remember phone booths as well. I'm 40. Just look young. Hey, brother, I'm with you. I'm 46. Are you talking about Cam Sample? Yes, Cam Sample. Yeah, I thought he made some good plays in that game. So yeah, I'm very, like I said, I think Duke Tobin really in the last two drafts has hit on almost everybody. If you look at the 2020 draft and the 2021 draft, I think we got some pretty good players in two drafts. So hats off to Duke Tobin. I think he did pretty good. And again, I've said this before. He hit on almost everything when we're doing that 5-year playoff run. He has struck out on offensive linemen. Hopefully that's changing with Deontay Smith and Jackson Carman. Foxy. Superman used to change in their phone booths. Yep, exactly. Which is funny. Well, they have a new Superman movies now. They don't have to go to phone booths. But in the old cartoons, that's where Superman went and changed every time he'd find a phone booth and go change in there. That's another thing we need. We got, a Bengals Flash. We got Bengals Batman. We got Bengals Lorian. We got Bengals Captain. We need a Bengals Superman. And no, that's not me. But actually, well, that back there, that'll be my cape I'll be wearing Sunday. So if you see a guy with a flag as a cape, that's me. You guys can come find me that way. Charles, what's up? I feel like, talking Major League Baseball here. I feel like MLB owners are all cheap outside of the Dodgers and Yankees. Yeah, they all want to claim poor. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It drives me nuts. I mean, they do make more money. I mean, I'm not going to say they don't. The Dodgers and Yankees, Yankees, hell, they got their own freaking network. They make more money. But it's still, if the Reds and these other small market teams, like I said, the Cubs, I still cannot believe to this day the Cubs traded everybody. They didn't sign any of those guys. And the thing, last couple of years, the Scrubs had a good team. And they barely added anything. They acted like they didn't have any money. I'm like, it's Chicago. Yeah, you got money. Whatever. Preston. Yeah, those old helmets were trash. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I was never really a big fan of them even when I was a kid. I'm like, it just says Bengals. Like, yeah. But yeah, for throwback, I think it'd be cool. Crap, don't forget the caramel suckers for Joe on Sunday. I'll try not to forget, buddy. I don't think I'm going to have a chance. I could throw them at him. Because I'm right by the tunnel, but I might get in trouble for throwing stuff on the field. So, Preston, yeah, I hope Duke is right. I got it right. I do too. Hey, Ice Blackthorn. What did Mrs. Ice think about the Bengals beating the Bucks? She absolutely loved it. She's not listening to my show right now. No, she didn't like it. She was not very happy. I mean, she wasn't, like I said, if I had lost, I'm a bigger sore loser. But I mean, dude, they've won everything. Give me something. I mean, come on. Charles, I'm a Cubs fan and don't like the ownership. Yeah, I wouldn't like their. I'd be, if I was a Scrubs fan, I'd be pissed. Like, Like you went through all those years of sucking, and you hit the jack, but you literally hit the jackpot. People are like, oh, just go rebuild. It's not that easy. What the Cubs and the Astros did, it's not that easy. There's been lots of teams who've rebuilt and haven't hit. The Cubs had 4 guys that were all-stars. They'll never do that again. I don't think. I mean, they're going to be good, but I don't think they're ever going to be like that. If they would have added to their team, I'd be very upset if I was a Scrubs fan. Preston, I love the stripes helmet. I would love it if we could get the white stripes helmet. Yeah, and that's the thing that Emily Parker was saying when she's on my show, that next year for one game, they can have an alternate helmet. But she said she said it had to be a version of a throwback or a version of the, was it the throwback or was it the version of the uniform alternate? It might just be the throwback. So it might not be able to have the white helmet, which actually somebody made one, the white Tiger helmet. It looks cool as hell. I retweeted it. It's on my Twitter timeline. You guys can go there and find it. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, that brings me to the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one of them. Houday Nation, Bengals Nation, Bengals Houday Nation, Cincinnati Bengals, the jungle, Bengals Country, Bengals Country, Bearcat Country, which next Saturday they're playing. We're going to keep that victory bell. Cincinnati Reds riding third, heading for home. The Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trunapole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I'll be pulling off the sound later on tonight. So if you missed any of the show and you want to listen to the podcast, which podcast has been blowing up, I appreciate you guys listening and downloading the podcast. It is awesome. It's going to be on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. YouTubers, my originals. Like I said, I started with 1 subscriber. Now I am up to 1,330. That is awesome. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys. Seriously, you guys comment on the show. You're still commenting. It's awesome. Comment on the show, watch the show, listening to the podcast, tweeting it out, telling everybody about it. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Robert Fox. Yes. He said, she's talking about Emily Parker. I think she said they're trying to figure out the fine print of the helmet rule. Yes. Because I think the helmet, if they'll let them, I think they're going to do the white helmet. If not, it's going to be a throwback. And I think you're right on that, Robert. That rings the bell what she said when she was on my show. Edward Chestnut, what's up? Welcome to the show. Lots of people are sleeping on the Bengals this year. We have a very solid young team now. The defense is going to be top 15 unit. If we stay healthy, we're going to sneak into the playoffs. Hooday! Dude, I couldn't have said that any better. I mean, I want to get through one last preseason game with no major injuries, and then September starts. I'll be in the jungle. I'll be in section 158. I'll be cheering my head off. I cannot wait. We got the ruler of the jungle, James Brown. It's going to be fun. Robert Fox. Yes, and the Reds have a 73% chance of making the playoffs. Go Redlegs. Well, right now, if it ends now, they're in. And like I said, I don't want to play the one-game playoff. I don't want to face Matt Scherzer, but I will take that. I would rather do that than not make the playoffs. I would rather, like I said, I want to win the World Series. I want to win the Super Bowl, but I would rather go to the playoffs and lose. Like people ask me this about the Bengals. Does it suck going to playoffs and losing 5 years in a row? I said, yeah. It sucks worse. Not even having a chance at the playoffs. That's worse. I want to win the whole thing. But if the question is, you win the Super Bowl and you have in the next 5 years you stink, will you take that? Absolutely, I'll take that. But my opinion is I think the Bengals have a shot at being very, very good for a while this year. So, as my boy, Jeremy dime bag these nuts likes to say, remember one thing and one thing only, and that is you don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati, so act like it. Hooday! And that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Let's go. Stripes, 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 yeah, stripes, 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 orange in the day, black in the night, stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white, 'cause when the jungle come alive, day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, everything they in a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers stripe the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who they, time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move close and on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange on bottom.